Apparently, this has happened several other times previously, to the point that the officers responded to it, but he never actually stabbed anybody or attempted to stab anybody. He would show them the weapon, and of course he would go back to the apartment. So we de-escalated those situations because we didn't want to go in there and escalate it to shooting, also involved shooting and stuff. So the officers let him go. Several other times before this. Today we had the same call again. The suspect with the knife. Again, this time he attempted to stab a couple of the maintenance people that are there. So the security officer that works here was called out. A security officer came out and confronted the suspect, at which time the suspect attempted to stab the security guard or the officer at the location. He attempted to stab him several times. As a matter of fact, one of the times in the elevator. So the officer escorted himself, got out of the elevator to get away from the situation. The individual started going after the suspect again. At that time, the officer pulled out his gun. The suspect saw that the officer had his gun out. He backed away. Security guard and the maintenance people. At that time, the suspect fled. So the security guard and the maintenance people followed the suspect all the way up to his apartment complex here, which was on the 4th floor. Our officers responded to that scene, made an attempt to contact him at the apartment to see if he would come out and talk to us. Of course, he refused to come out and stuff. So since we had a situation where an individual almost got stabbed and we have a barricaded suspect in there with a knife still there, we decided we had to call SWAT. Of course, Special Operations came out here and SWAT came out here, and they set up at the apartment. Once we had a warrant issued out for him, SWAT went in there and arrested the suspect with a brief, of course, just a brief struggle, but he was arrested already. And right now he's getting booked. I think it's going to be aggravated assault on an officer and stuff.
And when you say a warrant, was that a previous outstanding warrant, or is that for the charge?
We had homicide. I had the officers contact homicide, and they wrote up a warrant real quick and got it issued today.
Sergeant, the fact that he's threatening employees, the employees probably look like that guy, like me. Is this a white person threatening white men? Is this a white man threatening maybe immigrants or something?
No.
Nothing like that.
It had nothing to. We're not going to make it a race issue, but race had nothing to do with it. He would threaten anybody that would come to him. Anybody. Officers also. He would, like I said, he would always just. Once the officers would see, he would see the officers, he would go away. But this time he didn't. He went a little bit further, where he actually tried to stab the officers and stuff.
And you said he tried to stab the maintenance as well?
Also, yes.
So there are 3 potential victims?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the condition of the victims?
They're all doing well. Like I said, everybody else, nobody actually got hurt. Of course, they got startled and stuff, but everybody else is doing well.
Do you have the age on
the suspect? In his 20s.
So he has a history of calls to this place?
Yes, I do.
How many times maybe?
I know about 3 or 4 at least.
For what kind of behavior?
Same kind of calls.
And what was the time span on that, if you had to estimate?
Last time, I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so the last couple months?
Yeah.
Fair to say?
Oh, yeah.
So sorry to clarify, was the security guard actually stabbed and injured? He was just attempted?
They attempted to stab. Okay. He backed away. In time, he did get stabbed.
Okay, and they were in the elevator together, I assume?
As they were going up.
Okay.
So.
And there was no other than the officer, there was nobody else that was stabbed? I mean,
no, nobody got stabbed at all.
Okay.
Just attempts on it. Nobody else got stabbed. Yes, sir. All attempts.
Okay.
Okay?
Is this a mental health individual? Like,
yes.
is he disturbed?
Oh, yeah, it is. And I think what happened previously, it wasn't addressed, but this time it was addressed, and hopefully it'll stop.
Did y'all recover the knife?
Recovered? We're trying to recover the knife right now. So we haven't gone inside the apartment yet, so it might be in the apartment.
So it's like a pocket knife or a kitchen knife?
No, it was a big old kitchen knife. Yeah, it was a big knife.
The security guard, was he armed when all this was going on?
Yes, sir.
And he never pulled the gun on the person?
He did.
And?
Are there any shots fired?
No shots fired.
No.
He never shot that?
Sometimes we're not prepared for something like that. So that's what happened. I'm not prepared for it. Okay, that's it. That's what I got.
Is this
I gotta go.
Sergeant Oliva, right?
Yes, Sergeant Oliva.
Sergeant, if under that circumstances, if the security guard would have shot the person,
He would have been justified.
I was going to say
Justified.
that justified, right? Because his life was in danger. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, right.
But sometimes we're not prepared.
Anybody else in the room while this is happening?
No, he was. We made sure that he was in there by himself before we went in there and stuff.
so you said that when SWAT entered the room, there was a struggle.
It was a struggle.
What kind of struggle? I mean, just
Just the physical.
Any use of force?
Yes, of course. Yes.
he didn't attempt to use a knife and
I don't know. I wasn't there, so I really don't know. I don't want to answer anything I don't know. Okay.
You don't know if he was tased or anything?
Yeah, I was not there, and it's still ongoing, so I really don't know what else happened and stuff.
Thank you, sir.
That's it.
Just to clarify, sir, I'm sorry to go to the elevator thing. Was he in the elevator with him, or is the suspect was allegedly waiting outside the
No, I
elevator?
think he was trying to get in the elevator when he confronted with a knife again, and then
Okay.
he pulled himself out.
Okay, I got you. Thank you, sir.
All right, y'all have.
Appreciate
y'all be
you.
good. Bye bye.
Thank you.